Hi everybody, my name is Sean Hines and today we'll be talking about data analytics. So just to go over a brief introduction of what data analytics is, it is the process of generally taking large amounts of information, breaking that down into more simple groups of information and data so it's easier to understand, and then in turn drawing conclusions from this data. But we'll get more into that. So there are three major ways to analyze data. There's data analytics, data mining, and also cognitive computing. Some of the key points that I'll be going over, what is data analytics? Data analytics continued, more based on the uses of it and different applications of it in different fields. Data mining, and then cognitive computing. So what is data analytics? In its most general terms, it is examining raw data to draw conclusions from the information. So a theme of today in this society is there is lots and lots of information that we are dealing with. So there needs to be a process in which we can take this data and then in turn process it in order to draw conclusions from it and make decisions based on this raw, just gross amount of information that we are presented with today. So data analytics continued some applications of this in different fields. One primarily that I have seen in my life is in the field of sports. And data analytics can be used in a plethora of different applications, but sports is one that applies very easily because of the just large amounts of data that it can be collected through sports, as seen in this picture in the number of all NBA field goal attempts from 2006 to 2011. So just taking a small, simple act like that and then duplicating it over and over again and getting just a large data set, it makes it so much easier now with data analytics to then in turn analyze it and draw conclusions and find out, in this case, for example, where you shoot the ball at the highest percentage versus where you typically do not shoot it as well. And this can be very helpful not only on the basketball court, but also in the business room and in the medical field as well. So the main objective of data analytics is to go from large to small, so from big data to analyzing to eventually finally making an action, drawing that conclusion. And we'll talk more about that. With the three types of data analytics, there are exploratory, confirmatory, and qualitative analytics. Exploratory, simply to discover new features of data, find new things out about data, seeing it in a new, different way that wasn't once seen before with the help of this new technology and these new processes that we use today. Confirmatory analytics, providing hypotheses to be true or false. And then qualitative analytics, drawing conclusions from the data that is being analyzed. And this application is used primarily in the area of social science. So then when we talk about data mining, we're talking about taking these large amounts of information and mining out, if you will, the specific parts of it that we want. There's such gross amounts of information and data out there today that sometimes it can be hard to find exactly what you want. And data mining is the process of actually going and finding that information and then being able to in turn use it to analyze it. So it's used to draw patterns from the data, and it's mainly used with a focus on a consumer. So, for example, you can look at trends from buying purchases online from the customer to make decisions on exactly how to focus your marketing scheme, how to approach your customer with new products, and things of that nature. So the relationships involved with data mining, classes, clusters, associations, and sequential patterns, those are all key aspects of data mining. And then the main aspects as well are extracting information. storing this information and managing it, providing data access to the business professional, analyzing the data, and then presenting it in turn in an understandable manner that is easy for all to draw conclusions from and make decisions based off of. And now we're going to talk about cognitive computing, the last part of this presentation. So what exactly does cognitive computing do? It makes sense of ambiguity and uncertainty. Some qualities of cognitive computing are adaptive, interactive, and contextual as well. So cognitive computing going forward, it kind of plays off of this data mining and data analytics. All of these different fields, these different areas only help to further our research and development in all different aspects of our lives in what various fields, and they only help to make it easier to make more complex decisions more logically based on this new information that we have. So review of the key points that I went over today. We talked about what exactly data analytics was, data analytics more in a focused view on certain applications of it, data mining, as well as cognitive computing. So to conclude, data analytics, it is the basic movement from big data down to a decision-making process. So you take large amounts of information and you funnel that through until you can eventually draw conclusions from this data through the analyzation of it. And this helps us draw conclusions and make more accurate and logical decisions based on the gross amounts of information that we are presented with today. And it only furthers our development as a society, because today more and more we are dealing with information, and that is how a lot of our decision-making processes are revolving around. Thank you.